the world of astronomy has just been shaken because brand new amateur telescope images of the interstellar object known as 3I Atlas have revealed something no one can fully explain. NASA's official reports suddenly went quiet, and even major observatories are refusing to comment on the strange structures that appear to be surrounding this object. It's the kind of discovery that could change how we understand interstellar travel, and the strange silence coming from official channels has made everyone ask one question: what are we really looking at? In this video, we're diving deep into what amateur astronomers have captured, what NASA is refusing to talk about, and why scientists are suddenly comparing 3I Atlas to the mysterious object Oumuamua, the first interstellar visitor ever spotted in our solar system. We'll explore the bizarre light emissions, the unexplained maneuvers, and the wild theories that scientists can't yet dismiss. So let's start with how this all began, and why 3I Atlas might not be just another rock passing through space. When 3I Atlas was first detected in early 2020, astronomers assumed it was another interstellar comet, just a frozen traveler from another star system passing through. But it didn't take long for things to get weird. Its trajectory wasn't typical for a comet. It seemed to slow down slightly as it neared the sun, then picked up speed again, as if something inside it was adjusting its movement. At first, scientists blamed outgassing, the release of gas and dust that can push a comet's orbit. But the numbers didn't add up. Even NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory quietly noted inconsistencies. The comet wasn't behaving like it should, and its brightness was flickering in precise intervals, something not seen in any other known comet. Amateur astronomers around the world began to focus their telescopes on it, capturing strange geometric reflections and flashes of light. Some claimed they were seeing straight-edge structures, not the random roughness of a natural body, but patterns that looked engineered. In the past few months, new amateur telescope footage from Europe and South America reignited the debate. Using high-resolution digital tracking, independent observers captured what appears to be a rotating hexagonal formation on the surface of 3I Atlas. The object seemed to pulse with light every 13 minutes, almost like a signal. What's strange is that the pulses didn't correspond with sunlight reflection. They were self-generated, coming from within. At first, critics dismissed this as image noise or interference. But when multiple observers from different parts of the planet recorded the same pattern at the same intervals, the coincidence became impossible to ignore. Some astronomers suggested it could be an electromagnetic response, possibly triggered by the object interacting with solar radiation in ways we don't yet understand. But others, especially within the amateur community, have proposed something far more controversial: that 3I Atlas might be artificially constructed. Normally, NASA would jump at the chance to explain or clarify data like this. But this time, it's been eerily quiet. The official NASA social channels that once posted regular updates about interstellar objects haven't mentioned 3I Atlas in over a year. Internal data logs released under public request show large gaps in infrared and radio tracking data, as if key portions were deliberately withheld. When questioned, NASA's spokesperson simply replied that tracking is ongoing and data is under review. This silence has fueled endless speculation. Some believe NASA knows more than it's letting on, possibly because this object shows signs of intelligent design. Others think it's because 3I Atlas is emitting a form of radiation or frequency that current instruments can't decode. Either way, the lack of transparency has only made the mystery grow. Amateur forums are filled with users claiming their telescope feeds have suddenly stopped tracking Atlas altogether, as if the object disappeared into the sun's glare at the perfect moment. Then came what some are calling the sun incident. In late September, 3I Atlas appeared to dive toward the sun, much closer than a normal comet would survive. But instead of breaking apart, it seemed to vanish and then reappear days later on the other side of the sun. Observatories in Chile and Japan confirmed it. The object had somehow passed through a region of solar intensity that should have vaporized it. The data stunned experts. No known material, natural or artificial, could endure that level of radiation and heat. Yet 3I Atlas came out the other side intact and dimly glowing. Scientists are struggling to explain how this is possible. A few theorize it could be made of an exotic, unknown element, something capable of absorbing energy from the sun instead of being destroyed by it. Whatever it is, it's not behaving like any comet we've ever seen before. Shortly after the sun incident, several observatories detected drops in local solar wind energy, tiny but measurable. Some physicists believe 3I Atlas might be absorbing solar plasma, possibly using it as propulsion. If true, that would make it unlike any natural body in recorded history. NASA's official explanation was that solar interference distorted the readings. But when European Space Agency satellites reported the same anomaly, the coincidence became impossible to dismiss. The object's brightness continued to fluctuate, almost rhythmically, leading some experts to compare it to a breathing signal. It's as if 3I Atlas is reacting or responding to the sun. This idea sounds impossible, yet the readings line up too perfectly to ignore. Even skeptics admit that there's a missing piece to this puzzle, something science doesn't yet have a name for. For many, this isn't the first time such questions have been raised. When Oumuamua passed through our solar system in 2017, Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb suggested it might have been an artificial probe. That idea was dismissed at first, but the evidence, its unusual acceleration, its cigar shape, and its reflective surface, has never been fully explained. Now, 3I Atlas is showing nearly identical traits, but with even more precise and deliberate pattern. Some scientists privately admit the similarities are disturbing. Two interstellar visitors, both behaving in ways that defy physics. The odds are astronomical. Some now believe that 3I Atlas could be a continuation of the same mission, or worse, part of a larger pattern of interstellar monitoring, devices quietly passing through our system. And if that's true, then we may not be alone in observing the observers. This is where things get truly bizarre. A group of independent researchers analyzed the brightness intervals of 3I Atlas and discovered a sequence matching prime numbers, the universal mathematical language often theorized to be used by intelligent civilization. According to their findings, the light flashes appear in repeating cycles of 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13 seconds. That's not random, that's a message. NASA has refused to comment on the prime number theory, but the astrophysics community can't ignore it. If 3I Atlas is somehow emitting an encoded mathematical pattern, it changes everything we thought we knew about communication in space. Amateur astronomers who recorded the pulses have already shared terabytes of footage online, and pattern recognition AIs are now being used to decode the full message. Some claim early models have already identified structured repetition, almost like a codebook. So what exactly is 3I Atlas? A comet? A probe? A fragment of something ancient drifting through the galaxy? No one knows for sure, but every new image, every light pulse, and every silent move from NASA only adds fuel to the mystery. For now, the only people actually watching it closely are the amateurs, those who have nothing to gain and everything to discover. Their telescopes are now the front line of one of the greatest space mysteries of our time. And if even a fraction of these findings are true, the idea that 3I Atlas might not be natural, then humanity just witnessed the most significant discovery in modern history. A visitor not from our solar system, but perhaps from someone else's. Whatever this object truly is, one thing is clear: NASA doesn't have all the answers, but the night sky just might.